Hello everyone, welcome to the second round of the Monday Night LMU GT, well actually it's a Multiclass Championship. Only one notification for the stream this week and the issues seem to be fine. As usual, I'm joined by Ben.
Good evening, yes, back for another week. Hopefully everything will work properly this week. The backup stream is ready and ready to go, but we're hoping that we won't need it.
Hopefully my ISP have responded to the threats I've sent them and everything is good. But we join the session underway under qualifying. We are on board with Stevie Bain, the drive-through king. Let's see how we get on. I think people are still doing outlaps. That looks like a couple of the hypercars are actually round to their first timed laps now. So we'll go on board with Max Farrell. This obviously is a private qualifying session, so he's got no one to crash into. So we'll see what time he puts on the board.
Let's have a look. Oh, Dmitry Kotsiuk around in his Ferrari hypercar.
Oh.
I've just realised I have to double click on the tool to change camera. That's good to learn. Used to single clicking on the web interface.
Yeah, as you'll see, was a time put in. Best time on the board is Max Farrell with a 1:33.5 with Zach Silver, just under a second behind, and Frayne Dorich. Yep, the times are coming in. Oh, Dan Stevens has made it, actually, after we were wondering whether he was going to make it or not.
As indeed. There's a few people I'm looking out for on the session. I think Axel Benoit is going to put in another blinder this week. It's his first season with us, but he is very, very quick. He's in both this and the IndyCars on Tuesday nights, and he's looking very, very fast in both.
Okay. Just about to come across the line, and where's that going to put him? Top of the, well, by 1.5 seconds near enough. Adusa Carpenter, not far behind, less than 2 tenths. But Benoit and Carpenter, well clear of the rest of the hypercars at the moment. And Daniel Johansson, half a second clear of Ben Brown in the GTers. Hopefully these gaps will close up a bit, because we don't want anyone running away with it, but...
We don't, but as we've always seen, especially in multiclass, qualifying is not racing.
Yes.
And as soon as they're put on track together, where they can't just hot lap, it can change the factor a lot. They're going to have to do a lot of big defending into some of these corners.
Oh, and there we have a bit of a drift. That really won't help Johansson's tyres. What we want to do is look at Ben Brown, though. He is running a new livery he's been shown off, so let's see how it looks on stream. It's apparently shiny.
It really is. It's he's managed to get a bit of a pearlescent effect on that, which is
I'll
very
tell you
cool.
what, he's got good tactics. That's going to blind people when the sun hits it.
It's a good-looking car, the Corvette.
You mean the American Ferrari?
That's the one, yeah.
Because that's basically an American 458 Italia. But Ben Brown coming round, put his second time lap in. Is he going to go? Because he has dropped to fourth. He's back up to second position.
Just coming down that long, sweeping right-hander. That is really going to test the tyres this evening.
I will show the GT timings alone so we can see the current gaps. So the top four close together, then there's a bit of a gap before you get to Bell and Hammer and Core.
Well, so they're starting to find their pace. Chris Bell is just... If I have my track map on, that would really help.
Rexy, I'm over the moon.
He's just coming through the X's section, down through Craig Jones. So this is going to be where you make or break laps. It is very easy to lose time going through this section of the Portimao track.
You've seen a little wobble as he was getting on the... lock up there. Which will...
that's a big lock.
Make his tyres feel like the... Oh, there's another one. Yeah, any time that Chris Bell had is probably out of the window now. But we'll forgive him because he is a man of culture running the Rexy livery. He currently sits P5 in the GTEs. We'll see if there is any gain. No, I assume those lockups...
Those will have cost him big time. I mean, with these tyres, they'll all be out on the soft tyre at the moment for these qualifying.
Elvin Blomqvist just jumped up the sand end, and Anton Temenga has showed up.
I'll tell you what, I tell a lie. There is one person who is not on the soft tyre, and it's Mr. Stevie Bain in P11 in the GTEs.
Oh, why are we going to me? That is the biggest lockup you've ever seen in your life.
That was fairly spectacular. That was so spectacular, I'm actually going to watch a replay of
it. Stevie Bain never does things the easy way. We'll show Frank the Tank, again, locking up. The tricky thing around this track, especially considering none of these cars have ABS, is the elevation changes. It's going to... throw a lot of drivers off, I think, and I think we're going to see quite a few lockups.
The thing is, even if you force ABS on in the assists menu, most people won't go above low in it because anything more than that, and the car takes about 4 years to stop. And even then, you can still lock the brakes if you are pushing on them too hard. It gives you a little bit more leeway, but it doesn't take it out completely.
Yes. And as we're going to be coming back on board with Benoit, half a second clear of Carpenter. And with that, I'll put we are on gap to leader. So Manders is 2 tenths behind Carpenter, 6 tenths behind Benoit, and then there's a 7 tenth gap down to Max Farrell.
Benno has just gone into the 31s, and a real teller is that he's done it with a 98% in the virtual energy tank. He's gone
But
out heavy and has got put in a 31.
He might have lowered his fuel ratio though, so he's running high V but low fuel. But another lap comes round. Doesn't look like any improvement, but still a 31.7. The only driver into the 31s at the moment. There's Carpenter running very wide there, so that lap will be invalid. Scrub Manders just coming out of the pits. I assume he's put barely enough fuel in to do a couple of laps, and he's going to make a push for it. And we'll go back to the GTEs, where Ben Brown has put it on pole. 2 tenths ahead of Anton Temenga.
That's a very good time as well, and very hard to do in these GTE cars. That's going to... He may be able to hold on to that. That's a big time for these cars.
It is, because you look at Temenga's, 2.5 tenths back. Oh, Elvin Blomqvist, extremely close.
I'm not sure you could get much closer there. What was that? 1,000? No, 10 thousandths between them. Very close time there. But a big lock-up for Elvin as he goes for another lap. That's not going to help that lap out.
I think he invalidated turn 1 as well. I think he ran a bit wide. Great time, though. So close. It will be interesting to see how the race goes, because as we know, Elvin, even though if I remember he did win this class last week, he does like to crash every now and then. And we like to see him crash. But then we have... Where's Temenga? Temenga's down there. Johansson, who was pole earlier, has dropped down to 4th.
Temenga improving, but not setting purples. It's 2 tenths he's got to find here.
We'll go on board with Johansson, who is coming round. Oh, big lock up from Temenga there, seen before we switched. Johansson's coming round. A lot of inside curb
at the moment. Yeah, he's a second down on his best, nearly.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see any improvement here. Nope. Go on board with Tyler Hammer, who's just started a lap, 5th place. oNiD American representative on his controller. Doing well though. Let's have a look who else we have. Let's look at Charlie Morgan. How is Charlie doing? Looks like
Temenga crosses the line. It goes top.
Sorry, Charlie.
Blindingly quick 3rd sector.
Sorry, Charlie. We're not interested. We're more bothered in Temenga because he has gone quickest.
That was all in the 3rd sector. He'd improved in the first 2, but a very, very quick 3rd sector to his lap there.
Great lap from Temenga. Ben Brown will be cursing him.
It's top 3 separated by less than a 10th.
Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it, how quick they are? And it is 2 Corvettes and a Porsche. We'll go on board with... Stevie Bain is in the pits. We will show Charlie Morgan some love after we abandoned him last time out. Bright pink Porsche. Currently sits 11th in the GTE standings. Let's see if he can make an improvement.
He's going quicker, but it's going to be... He's going to need to find time to actually move up the standings. He's got a little bit of a gap in front of him to Schlink and Vervig, who are basically on the same time at this point.
Pretty much, yeah. That is as close as you can get. Oh, car getting out of sorts a bit for Charlie there. Coming...
He's held it well, but he's lost time. He's still up on his best, but only by about a 10.5.
Yeah, you need to get your foot down, Charlie.
Good exit for it. It's going to be a big run downhill that's going to really make this, and he's losing time. needs to nail this exit of the second part of the downhill run perfectly. Run too wide and you'll invalidate. Dead on, might find a couple of places. It's gonna be close. And he does.
Oh,
Demotes both
P9.
Mevic Schlink. But look at the difference between them. It's what, 500ths there. It's ridiculously close.
It is incredibly close, and while this is going, we will pop back to the hypercars and look at Benoit, who has extended the lead 7/10 to Adusa Carpenter.
He is a very quick lad, is Axel Benoit. He's one of these fast lads who's rocked up and is just immediately on speed ahead of everyone.
Exactly, and while I say we'll do the glorious Aston of Tomlinson. Ooh, bit of a lock up there going into turn 3.
Here's hoping the Astons do better than they did last night, which was a source of great depression to me.
Had a gearbox failure, didn't they?
Yeah, but one of them had a clutch / gearbox failure, and then they pulled in the other one just in case. Both were running in the top 10 at the time.
Oh,
devastating.
It's bad because the Astons haven't been doing the greatest in WEC currently within the first season. But Dan Tomlinson tonight shown it can go well when you don't have technical issues. That wasn't a great exit from there.
Skatey over the curb, but got almost the middle of the diffuser right on the curb and just bottomed the car out.
Yeah, that's one thing you don't want to do in these things is bottom them out.
Still sounds amazing though.
It is a great sounding car, and it great. Oh, went in there a bit hot. Great looking as well. I don't know if you've seen in the Discord the picture of the Valkyrie I took when I was in London. Incredible how small they are.
Yeah.
Like, ridiculously small, but just looking at it, you can tell it's absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
Oops.
Seen on YouTube, one of the customers has complained that that it's no good for just driving round the city. And it's like, well, yeah, it's a track day toy. What do you expect out of it?
Like, you've got to wear a headset and it's that loud.
So, I can't hear the traffic. I'm like, well, yeah, because it's only meant to be driven on a track, you melt.
I think that is... Oh, no, Stevie Bain coming round the final corner.
Jarrett Page also on a lap and going a bit quicker than his best from the looks of it. Albert has abandoned that lap. Stevie comes across the line, does improve up to P7.
Yeah, from 13th to 7th. Jarrett Page. We will watch.
Gets a slide on for that was a good drift, to be fair. And into the wall.
Absolutely beautiful. And that is the end of qualifying. So we will wait for the session to switch over to race, and we will run through the starting order when it decides to switch over. But yeah, Benoit again, 7/10 quicker. Oh, here we are. So I will go through the start order. So I'll start with the hypercars. So in P1 we have Benoit with Adusa Carpenter in P2. Scrubmander's in P3 with Max Farrell P4, filling out the second row. Zach Silver in P5 with the glorious... Oh, it's a glorious Aston Martin row with Dan Tomlinson in P6. Dorich in P7 with Spiller the Killer in P8. Kotsuik in P9 with Yori Shaw in P10. Bez Palco in P11 and Knowles in P12. Dan Stevens in P13 and the Fest is Tamenga of the GEs in 14. Do you want to carry on, Ben?
That's Tamenga. So yeah, yep. Ben Brown following up in P2 of the GTEs, followed by Elvin Blomqvist and Daniel Johansson on row 2. Tyler Hammer and Christopher Bell coming in row 3, followed by Stephen Bain and Matthias Husken. Charlie Morgan and Andy Hearn follow up with Hovsep Nazarian and Frank Vevic directly behind. Apologies, just trying to find them on my sheet here. Christian Slink and Jarrett Page coming in at P13 and P14 in class. with Stefan Reinhardt, Olev Badej, and Dean Smith to round out the grid.
All good. So now what we will do is we will get on board with the drivers as they come round to start the race. Awkward first couple of corners here. It could create some squeeze. I remember when I raced here in the GT3s and I forgot how big the curb was in T1 and didn't do myself any justice, let's just say.
Now, what I'm seeing on the display here, lots of people in the hypercars going with split tyre strategy. Beno has a soft on his front left. Carpenter soft fronts and medium rears. Farrell, Silver, and Tomlinson all going front left with the soft. And yeah, it looks like everyone else, but everyone's apart from Nick Manders and a few guys down the field who have gone all mediums, they're all doing slightly mixed strategy.
Andrew away, a great start from Beno and Carpenter with a strong start too. Farrell and Manders are having a bit of a door bang. Carpenter went very wide. Scrub Manders may have squeezed his way to P2 here. Big lock up from Scrub Manders. All is looking clean.
He held it well, but it did delay a lot of people behind him, and Axel Beno has just run away there.
As looking back to the GTEs, that looked like a massive tank slapper from Temenga. And Ben Brown has stolen the GTE lead from Temenga with Elvin Blomqvist too. And now we have some hypercars trying to make their way through the GTE field, so...
Yeah. Dave Spiller having... that's a thing. What the heck happened there?
I'm not sure. I'm trying to click on the list to find out.
Go with Ollie Knowles. That went very badly.
Oh, catching Ollie having a crash there, so let's go on the replay. Oh, the Porsche.
Glory show went round that collective plastic and it just piled up. It looks horrible, but I don't actually think there was anyone at fault in there. It was just incredibly bad luck.
It was incredibly bad luck on a blind hill as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, just... Look at it. I know we shouldn't laugh.
We shouldn't laugh, but it was seeing a car park of hypercars there is slightly comical.
And now we have hypercars making the way back through. Oh, Tyler Hammer being held up by the Ferrari hypercar there.
Yes, indeed. There's a big gap in the hypercar field now for obvious reasons.
There is, and GTEs as well. Ben Brown has, and let me change the time and tower to GTEs, and we see the gaps between them. And that's a gap to the leader. We'll go gap to next.
I mean, Ben Brown and Evan Blomqvist are 2 seconds clear of the guys behind them. And Ben Brown's setting the fastest pace of the GTEs at the moment.
Is running very well. Ben took advantage of all the mess we made. Lets the hypercar through on the inside, just playing it safe.
Very smoothly done.
And what we'll do now is go at the hypers and look at the gaps between these, because this field is even more spread out. Yori Shaw has DNF'd, sadly, after... Well... We see what happened to him.
I've got a feeling his car's going to have been very dead after that many cars piled into it.
We have had a yellow flag from Dave Spiller. Yeah.
I'm not sure that one.
Oh, no idea.
No, I think he might just had a little run off track and come back on. Nothing showing on mine.
Yeah, there has been, as we see though, Dave Spiller is tootling around at the back. we will go on board with Kotsuik, who is chasing down Dan Stevens.
Dave Spiller has taken a drive through. He got one off the start procedure, but is immediately fighting back with Ollie Knowles.
Well, Ollie obviously had not the best start. Oh, as it says in the chat, Ollie doesn't have the best luck at start at the moment. It's not going well for him. But what we'll do is go on board with Carpenter, though, who was chasing down Scrub Manders. We can hope, like we do every week, that Scrub Manders bins it, because nobody wants to see him get a podium. But Carpenter, again, another controller player, shown she can be very fast in these hypercars.
From what I gather, LMU is very controller friendly. So being able, you can get some good pace out of it with, if you've got your controller decently set up.
And what we do have, sorry to interrupt you there, Ben, is an Aston Martin in P4.
Yeah, Zach Silver in. I mean, he'll probably bin it before too long, but
Who is that? Well, I'm not going to call you a liar because we both know that's correct.
Yeah. His usual performance is his internet will explode in about 5 minutes. But,
I'm not going to make any internet comments. Mine is working today, so I'm not going to jinx it.
He's chasing down the trio in front of. This could become a three-way fight for P2.
He is. Carpenter still chasing down Scrub Manders. What we will do is we will go on board, see how close Carpenter can get to Manders. Oh, bit of a lock-up. Ran very wide. That is give Scrub Manders some breathing room, but what it also might do is bring Zach Silver in to Carpenter. And while that, we do have a yellow flag, Hovset Nazarian, it looks like, who hasn't loaded his livery properly.
Let's have a look.
Oh!
That was a good jump, to be fair.
Too much
curb. A rally car would have been fine.
We go back to Carpenter, who has give Scrub Manders a bit more breathing room. Wales are the close battles on track. We will go on board with Fuse again, who currently is chasing down Stevie Bain, who is chasing down Charlie Morgan. Oh, big lock up there from Charlie Morgan. All the racing's in the GEs here, isn't it?
Really big fight. We've also got Elvin Blomqvist right on the back of Ben Brown in a Porsche versus Corvette battle, with Dave Spiller trying to work his way past them.
Is in the chat, we've got Fiona saying, don't speak too soon, we've seen Adusa bin it as well, which in Wednesday's Academy, she did exactly that, leading the race comfortably, but Sebring decided that it wasn't to be.
Sebring is cruel like that.
Yeah. But what we do have here is a Charlie Morgan train. Stevie Bain looking to make a move. Oh, Charlie Morgan's ran wide. It's going to allow Stevie Bain through. And is it going to let... Oh, big lock up from Bell. Oh, no, it's not Bell. Sorry, it's Fusgan. My apologies.
And Andy Hearn right behind it as well. They are in this fight. I just realised that my thing was set to about 4 seconds back, so I've just caught up again. And not letting Stevie get away here. It's a bit like a slipstream train. As soon as one gets through, they're just punching the hole in the air for everyone else.
That's exactly what it becomes. It's kind of like a DRS train, but with no DRS.
Oh, Stevie,
what have you done, Stevie?
That just looked like a bit too much power as he came through the corner.
Oh, and what that has done, sadly, is put Charlie Morgan back to the front of the train.
Yeah, just broke traction and turned round on him.
So we have the Porsches of Morgan Fusgan, the Corvettes of Hearn and Page, and then the Aston Martin of Johansson. all waiting for Charlie Morgan to make the same mistake we did. I think that we'll go on board with Johansson, get very close to the back of Jarrett Page.
He is not far off at all. All these GTE cars scraping the ground. They go through. Johansson goes to the inside. Going to have to outdrag the Corvette down towards turn 1, though.
He's got the move done, it looks like. Have to take a bit of a narrower line into T1.
Yeah, that's the killer. Gets it done, though. Avoids the sausage curb on the exit of turn 2.
Great move. And now closing up on the back of Andy Hearn, who has dropped off a bit from the back of Fusgen. Another great exit from Johansson here.
Fusgen right on Johansson, absolutely making moves there. And he's going to have a good chance to catch up to Fusgen and Morgan in front.
Is the Corvette killer we're going to start calling Johansson, because he's just picking them off like they're not there. But now it's how quick can he catch to the back of the Porsches. We have had a yellow flag come up, which looks like Frank the Tank. What's Frank done?
7, couldn't see. Oh, just loops it on the last.
Oh,
in the last sequence, of course, gets very lucky not to get collected by the car behind.
yeah, the hypercar did well. Let's look at the timings. Who is the closest? Right, Elvin is catching up to Ben Brown.
Right on him, and he's going to have the slipstream all the way down to turn 1 now.
Kamenga watching closely behind, hoping these two can make an error and he can capitalise on it.
Porsche doesn't seem to be able to capitalise in the...
You can't stick your nose out there, Elvin. You're never making a move.
But it's just letting him know he's there, isn't he? It's
yeah, look at my bright yellow car.
Yeah, still here, Ben. What are you going to do about it?
But, oh, Ben has ran very wide there. He will probably take the penalty not to let Elvin get in front. Elvin not quite close enough to make the move. But Kamenga is watching down on these two in front.
Juicer Carpenter looking to make the move on Nick Manders, who is caught up behind the Colin Morgan train.
Oh, here comes the lap traffic now.
I don't know why I just called him Colin. I do apologise.
Colin.
I don't know why that came from.
He's been Charlie, he's been Chris, now he's called. Oh, Scrub Manders nearly.
Ferrari versus Toyota. It's going to be very tight.
Well, it's a battle for me because I want Ferrari to win, but I don't want Scrub to win. So that's my predicament. But
Benno has run. He's 10 seconds away. Run away 10 seconds up front.
Yeah, just clear track ahead. Yeah, clearly got the pace. Just he's Max Verstappen it.
Well, difference in tyre strategy between these two. Carpenter is on softs on the fronts and mediums on the rear. Nick Manders all mediums. So he's not going to have as much front-end grip.
Carpenter's been held up a tiny bit behind the Corvette, which is gives Scrub Manders breathing room once again. But we will go on board with Dorich, who is chasing down Dan Tomlinson. This is the closest battle on track at the moment. Well, I say that, but actually, Johansson chasing Morgan is. We've seen Johansson dispatch the Corvettes with ease. Where's Fusgen gone from this battle, by the way?
That's a very good question. Oh, Matthias Fusgen, he looped the car, didn't he?
Oh, I've had nothing come up on the flags.
Oh, yeah, it looks like it was a connection issue. Loops the Porsche round into the gravel and has to rejoin. That looks like it's down at Craig Jones.
Oh.
And just, the battle was so close behind him that he just lost place after place there trying to recover.
Concentration. Oh, we do have a yellow flag at the moment. I'm wondering if my tool has stopped updating itself. I may need to restart it.
Yeah, the most recent one I've got is for fuse gun.
Yeah, I don't have that, so give me a moment. I will restart the tool and we'll see what we can get.
In the meantime, we'll keep an eye on things. Nick Manders has managed to pull 2 seconds back to, or nearly 2 seconds back to reduce a Carpenter through the last couple of laps, just as they work their way through this traffic. He's just trying to get past the GTE leaders here. And if he clatters Ben Brown, he'll certainly know about it later.
After a certain incident, what happened last night as well.
Murder will happen. It's
But whilst we're watching this, oh, very close from Johansson chasing Colin Morgan.
That's going to stick.
It is. Christian Schling as well, also quite close to Stefan Reinhardt chasing down. But we'll go back on board with Johansson.
He is right under the rear wing of that lurid pink Porsche.
We've just had in the chat, apparently someone called Charlie Christmas yesterday. So we've got Charlie, Colin, Chris, and Christmas.
Collecting names like I collect Hot Wheels.
Hopefully you can put all them personalities together and keep it on the track. Because you're...
Oh, that was... I mean, Johansson had the overspin. I think he's...
I know.
We don't encourage this.
Well, what we will do is, now my replays are coming up, we will have a look what happened. The camera angle. The slightest of touches.
Yeah, it's a dink.
And we will go back up because Carpenter's closed up again, but
it was very nice of Johansson to wait. We don't encourage that. He did pull over to the side and leave plenty of room.
We usually say if you've murdered one person and you wait, you'll usually murder another. But Johansson did it cleanly, but we tend not to encourage it just for safety reasons.
Yeah. It cost him 3 places to do that as well. But as Jonas put in chat, it used the right back on the rear bumper of Nick Manders. 4 tenths between them, and the Toyota is... Oh! And Scrub has a twitch, and Carpenter goes through.
We love to see it. Scrub Manders making mistakes. And that has allowed Carpenter through. So now will Carpenter pull away now? Because the pace of Carpenter seems to be quicker than Manders, considering she's backed off and caught him up a couple of times. So now will she get a move on down the road? Because there's a big gap to Benoit.
True, and we see drivers in the pits. Dan Stevens is, I think, getting damage repaired.
Yeah, not the best race for Dan Stevens, but soldiering on, which is what we like to see. And yeah, Carpenter is just starting to slowly pull away from Manders now.
Jarrett Page and Olaf Badage doing very early pit stops.
Where is Jarrett Page? Oh, he's right down the order. Interested to see what to do.
He's got a very damaged front end. I think, he's been in repairing.
We do have Stevie Bain chasing down Christian Schlink in front. Oh no, Schlink is the one pulled into the pit, so it's Stefan Reinhardt he is now chasing down. Stevie was showing good pace until he decided to do some donuts.
He's still not quite getting a bit heavy with that left foot. You can hear the tyres squealing as he locks them up.
He is close to Reinhardt now, though. Oh, bit of a lock-up from Reinhardt.
Stevie tried to push his way through the hairpin, but not quite there. He needs to be alongside going into the
Yeah.
braking zone for that one to work.
And while all this was going on, Elvin Blomqvist must have had an issue somewhere, because he has dropped down to third, and Tamenga has inherited that place. So it's very interesting to wonder what happened to Elvin. But Ben Brown looking as comfortable as ever.
I have got Elvin on my replays. Let's have a
I
look.
know, I have Frank the Tank just come up as a yellow flag.
Looped it into the gravel at Crow Jones. Had to recover.
So what's Frank done?
Oh, Jarrett Page managed to loop it coming out of the pits and has received the drive-through.
I'm wondering if Frank's had a connection issue because he lagged and then went in the garage, so that might be the end of Frank the Tank's race. Which is sad to see. Stevie Bain has made it past Stefan Reinhardt.
He's starting to find his feet, is Stevie. He was struggling with these cars for a bit there. His first words when he logged into the server was, "Oh no, I'm in the Porsche." So I'm not entirely sure he's picked the right car for him, but
he was in the Porsche last week, but that is Daniel Johansson just in front of him. So it shows Stevie Bain has made some ground. And while we've been doing this, Scrub Manders has lost another place to Max Farrell.
Yep, making the comeback now in the slipstream down towards turn one. Not quite close enough to make the move work. Toyotas really seem to be strong around here, cruising past. But I do wonder if it's Nick making the choice to go all mediums on his tyres as well.
It's possible.
He's showing some rear-end damage to the diffuser, though, as well.
Oh, maybe he does have some issues. We have had a yellow flag just come up from Bez Palco. We will have a look at that, and he's looking like he's in the pits. Oh, here we are.
Oh, that didn't look like it was to happen.
Well,
that was a big hit.
And as you can see, his Ferrari's in the pit without a wheel. But yeah, we will go back to.
It looked like he was trying to go into the pits. Something got the line very wrong there.
He's either had a connection issue or he has terrible eyesight, one of them. I'm assuming it's a connection issue because there was no way he was slowed down for the pit lane. But back to the ever-ending battle of Daniel Johansson and Colin Morgan. And while we're saying this, I'll tell you who has gone under the radar. Dean Smith. Cruising round in 12th. Incident-free. All going well. Let's hope he's got his fuel correct, because we know he loves a whinge. Yeah?
And he's one of two guys in the GTEs who are trying a different tyre strategy as well. He's gone softs on the fronts and mediums on the rears.
Seems to be it's working out well for him. He's P12 of a 17-car field. He's going strong.
Yeah, he's found himself a nice little island to drive in, so he's just on his own, really.
It is. We will go back to Johansson. Still chasing down Morgan. And what we'll do is we'll have a boo as well, because it looks like Manders has got back past Max Farrell.
Yeah, it looks like managed to get his way through at some point in the last lap, but now he's slightly caught up behind Hosset Mazarian in the 14th place GTE car.
Yeah, it doesn't
And
look...
Max has a much easier time of getting through there.
Does, and then we'll go on board with Tomlinson, who was chasing down Dorich, less than a second between them. Aston Power versus Porsche Power. We do have a yellow flag on track, which is Christian Schlink. Let's have a look what's gone on.
Oh no, really. Christian just on the uphill run and just loops the car back, throws it into reverse to clear himself off the track so he can try and rejoin as safely as possible.
Yeah, not the best place to spin. But Tomlinson closing in on Dorich. Gap is now down to 7/10. And as we've been... Go on, sorry, Ben.
No, he's right there. He's just pushing and pushing, and straight line speed is where that Aston lives. And he's gonna, if he can stay close, he's got the whole of that long run down to T1.
It is, and while I've been watching this as well, close, Elvin Blomqvist has closed in on the back of Ant and Tamenga. Elvin's shown great pace tonight. Hasn't hit the wall yet. And why these are...
That yet was doing a lot of heavy lifting there, wasn't
it? Yeah. While these two are having a look at each other, though, Ben Brown is driving off into the distance. But what we do have, looking at the time thing, a three-way battle here between Johansson, Morgan and Bain.
They've got the P2 car in the hypercars between them. They're just trying to work our way through. And you do lose time as the hypercars are coming through past you, having to give them space.
There's a nice little battle between these. Good to see Zach, after us making fun of Zach Silver, he is setting P3 of the hypercars.
He's closing down as well. He's getting closer to Adusa Carpenter.
Zach Silver putting in a very strong performance.
And Colin Morgan giving him the space to get through there. And
oh, what that's done is it's put Stevie Bain right up his trumpet. Good to see Stevie can make a move after Stevie's... what's the word?
Pirouette?
Yeah, pirouette early. That's what I was looking for. Yeah.
Oh, there, Stevie playing fast and loose with the track limits there. Just about kept it inside, I think.
Don't think he's going to be close enough to make a move. But who might be close is Elvin. Right on the back of Tamenga, and it looks like they are about to catch some lapped GE cars.
Yeah, it wasn't there into the hairpin, but it's going to be a lot harder for the GTE front runners to get past the back markers of the GTE class. They've got to make sure that they've got nowhere to go.
Yeah, and obviously some of these GEs are battling with each other, so they're not going to want to lose too much time letting the front runners through. Although they are getting out of the... Oh, the Corvette spooked Elvin a bit there.
I think T. Smith was as far over to the left as he could be there.
Yeah.
And it was just not really going to work for him.
Give Tamenga some room, and Stevie Bain still chasing down Colin Morgan, but Max Farrell is getting between them. Hypercar very close. And now it's left just to the Porsches to have a fight. Stevie's doing well considering he had his pirouette. Them tyres must feel awful.
Yeah, they will be 50p pieces at this point. Then
I'm expecting to speak to Stevie after the race. He'll have numb hands.
And it's a hard track for the hypercars to make their way through as well. It looks like there should be plenty of space, but there's a lot in that twisty section in the middle with all the elevation. It's very hard for the faster class to pick their way through.
Isn't what it also looks like? I haven't driven much of the GTs, but they don't give that much of a tow to the car behind. It doesn't look like.
No, you have to be very, very close for it to really start picking up.
Oh, we have had a yellow flag from Chris Bell. Chris Bell running in P5 in the glorious livery. Oh!
Held on to it. That's now let Andy Hearn get and Daniel Johansson get right up the back of Chris Bell.
Oh, we have a
freeway
fight now. Very close. Andy Hearn smells blood. Daniel Johansson, after his clash with Colin Morgan earlier, looking to make up the place as lost. As Fiona says in the chat, another rear engine moment. I think that's what will be throwing a few drivers. As the fuel level dips with the elevation changes in the track, the back end will be getting very light in some of these cars.
Yep. The Porsche especially, as the fuel runs off, the back end starts to step more and more and more.
It does, because when the fuel tank is full at the front, it balances the car out, but as it becomes light, the car becomes like a pendulum, I guess, with the rear of it. But wow, this week, Daniel Johansson looking to make the move. Is he going to claim yet another Corvette?
Nicely on the inside there. He's going to have the braking down into T1.
Yep, Daniel, the Corvette killer Johansson, another scalp has been taken. But is Andy Hearn going to fight back? No, Daniel Tomlinson getting on the apron, trying to make his way through these GTEs. Move has been done.
Yeah, absolutely. And Johansson now chasing after Chris Bell has dropped Andy Hearn by 7/10 already, but Tomlinson gets in between the two. That will give Chris Bell some desperately needed breathing space.
What Johansson needs, seemingly, is just to be in a race against Corvettes, because he has no trouble overtaking them. But now he's chasing down Christopher Bell. Bit of gravel kicked up there.
Yep, Tomlinson running wide ahead of them. But with a bit of a lock-up there. Just one of the rears refusing to rotate, and that has let Johansson close in. But it's very hard to overtake through this section of the track.
But what Johansson seems to be good at is he gets a great exit out of the corners. Oh, no, there's a slight tap.
Didn't get a great entrance to that corner there.
Well, I think he had too good of an entrance, which was the issue. But still, in the words of Mr. Chow, but did you die? Thankfully, nobody is dead, and the race will continue. I think Christopher Bell will have had the fright of his life there. And now this gap has freed up. It will go Stevie Bain, still chasing down Charlie Morgan. We have Elvin Blomqvist, still chasing down Anton Temenga. And since we haven't seen them for it, we'll go at the hypercars, because Dave, the killer Spiller, is chasing down Dmitro Kotsuik. And this is the closest battle in the hypercar class currently, because they're all spread out pretty well.
Yeah. I'll tell you who's not getting chased down is Axel Beno, who is nearly 30 seconds to the good up front.
Yeah, so we do have a position change here. There is some Ferrari on Ferrari action. Dave, the killer Spiller, gets the move done. Kotsuik goes a little wide on the exit. And speaking of Beno, here he is, coming round to lap these two. 27 seconds in the lead.
Mac. Ridiculous pace, and he's just made a mistake going into the hairpin.
Yeah, while we've been watching this, so sorry to go back to the GTEs, but this is where the action is. Ben Brown's lead has been cut in half.
he suddenly started dropping off
Is
in the
he
last few
is he
laps.
fuel saving?
Let's have a look at his last few
The
laps.
problem is our tool can't tell with the GEs because they don't have virtual energy.
No, we've got nothing to tell what's going on with fuel saving.
How we will see is we will go on board with Ben.
Oh yeah, he's fuel saving. He came off the throttle a long way, hairpin there. So he must think that he's marginal on fuel to get to the end. Either that or he's trying to extend this stint to get a single stop in and a splash and dash.
Yeah, there is a
It's a
lot of coursing, isn't there?
Yeah, it's a long old stint for these cars to try and one stop it. It can be done.
It was done last week
Mm.
when we didn't think it could. And where's the lift? Oh, no lift here. But the gap has closed, and it'll be interesting to see what Ben's tactics are. Because Temenga and Blomqvist aren't far away. Gap is less than 2 seconds.
Mm.
We'll go back to Stevie Bain, who is still chasing down Colin Morgan. Stevie just
right.
he can't get the move done.
Doesn't seem like he's quite got the confidence in the car yet on the entrance into the corner. So he's not willing to go up the inside and risk that lockup that would push the car around at him.
Because, to be honest, if he locks up the
It's
other part of his
that
tyre, it might even it out.
bit.
And we do also have Johansson still chasing down Bell, but there is a hypercar between them, so a bit of a breather. Oh, that hypercar's gone very wide. I think that is Zach Silver taking a penalty there. Elvin. Again, there is some close. Hang on, Stevie Bain is even closer. Is he going to go for it? No. Oh, both ran wide.
Oh, and that's the leader coming through.
Charlie Morgan almost took the leader of the race out.
That was a little bit of a ambitious bit of blue flag lapping there, I'd say.
Yeah, the hypercar coming extremely fast. Charlie Morgan really focusing on Stevie Bain. It's easy to see how things like that happen. And as we've said, this Temenga is now only 1.2 seconds off Ben Brown. But what we'll do now is we will go... Oh, we've had a yellow flag from Charlie Morgan, which is this.
Look, and that's with Dean Smith. And Dean loses it and unfortunately just comes across Charlie.
Oh, that's what happened. It's like, you're coming with me, Charlie.
That's a very strange one. I
And
think there's just a little bit of instability and the car has just caught him out there.
That's exactly what it is. Let's go. We'll go on board with Benno and not Ford. Which Aston Martin is that?
That's Christian Schlink just in front of him.
Ah.
Oh, hang on, no, we're looking at...
No, the Valkyrie. I thought there was only two Valkyries in it.
Let's have a look.
And
we have got
Tomlinson.
Yeah.
Was that Tomlinson?
Knowles as well.
Oh.
Ollie Knowles, Tomlinson, and Zach Silver are the Valkyries in the class.
Ollie Knowles is currently off track. We will go see what happened.
Car's still in gear, but no movement on any of the readouts. That's not looking healthy.
No, he's just rolled. stopped.
That, to me, looks like gear failure of some
Oh,
kind.
that's a shame. Ollie hadn't had the best race, but Carpenter 29 seconds behind Benoit. It must be disheartening because Carpenter, she's putting in fast time, she's having a clean race,
Yeah.
but still half a minute behind the guy in front. Must be disheartening.
Yeah, Benoit is just incredibly quick out the front there, and it's going to really upset really upset you if you just sat there doing your best.
Yeah, it is, but we will go to the Gs because we do have Elvin on the back of Temenga. Let me try this.
He is right there. Temenga just finding a couple of car lengths on the power, and that's just enough to defend as Blomqvist looks up the inside into the double right-hander.
Is and all this going on, we still do have the yellow flag because Ollie Knowles has not moved from where he parked it.
Oh, it gets going now.
Up is Ollie. Yep, he's got going again. Oh, that's
Okay.
all left. That is not Ollie Knowles. That is Ollie Knowles.
Right, there's two options that happened there. One, his steering wheel has given up the ghost, which, given there was literally zero input going on, could be the factor. Or two, someone's called him away from his rig and told him that no, he can't wait to finish the race.
I would assume we do have Charlie Morgan leaving the pits. I assume repairing damage after Dean Smith pulled him to one side. Well, Elvin still chasing down Temenga, still can't get the move done.
The Porsche just seems to lose out at the end of the gearing there. But that said, they both closed Ben Brown down. He's right ahead.
Oh, and there we have Jarrett Page off the track. What has happened to Jarrett?
That has all the hallmarks of a spin.
Watching him come. Oh, too much power. Had a bit of a slap.
Oh, Temenga with a bit of loses the car a bit out the hairpin, and Blomqvist is through.
Oh, we've just missed it. The replay was taking its time.
He's through and 2 seconds clear. Temenga really having a only a full.
No, Temenga's only 3/10 behind.
Yeah, no, misread the timing.
Yeah.
He's still right there, but they are still both closing Ben Brown down despite this battle.
Maybe
Ben
them pushing
each other to save here.
Maybe them pushing each other on is what's catching Ben.
That's not going to help either, as Dave Spiller gives him a bit of hip and shoulder on the way through in the only liveried hypercar there.
Hopefully Ben can get a bit of a slipstream, which will help him because Temenga's going to have one all the way down the straight here, with Elvin punching a Porsche-shaped gap in the air. But still, he's not closing.
Yep, Elvin's still way too far away to pick up slipstream. Temenga probably about 2/10 off being able to pick up
To
one
be
from
fair,
Elvin.
looking at the time, and Elvin was pulling away down the straight, which has confused me a bit, but the timing doesn't lie. Let's look.
You do get dirty air off these cars, and these cars did have quite sensitive aero. So it might just be that he's in that wash.
That is a very good point. We'll go to Stevie Bain, the closest battle on track. As he chases down Andy Hearn, we have oNiD admin on admin here. Oh, Stevie taking a bit of inside curb, throws him a little wide. Kept it under control with a lock-up. Stevie's abusing those tyres. They're really not going to like him after this race.
No, set of mediums will last you the whole race, but not if you keep sliding on them and rubbing big chunks off them.
So we do have this battle, and we have Temenga chasing down Elvin, two closest battles on the track. And a Corvette involved in both of them. It's nice to see the Corvette being picked. I know the Corvette GT3 car doesn't get much love, but the GTE variant, people seem to like.
Very different beast. Yeah. It's the GT. I mean, the GT3 variant's a perfectly good car, but it's difficult to drive. The GTEs of the GTEs, which can be fairly unfriendly at any point. The Corvette's in amongst its crowd. It's as friendly as any of the others if you want to pick it up and drive it.
I've only driven the Porsche GTE, so that's the only one I can comment on. But it felt nice enough. Just a bit of a lairier version of the GT3.
Yeah, it's the lairiness that catches people.
But Stevie Bain has had a great run here on Andy Hearn.
He's going to have the inside down this turn one. Fastest middle sector overall for Stevie Bain in the GTE.
He's ran very wide.
Very wide. That lets Andy back through.
You know what that is, Stevie? Those flat spots.
Yeah, you can't just keep rubbing those tyres along in endurance tyres as with anything else. If you rub it too much, it'll stop working.
Exactly. That could have sounded wrong in many ways, but we won't go there. Temenga. Oh. Temenga in a hypercar sandwich at the moment.
Yeah. And it's one of the parts where the hypercars really have to work to get past. And I've got a feeling that Edusa Carpenter will not be feeling overly patient. She wants to chase after Axel Benoit up in front and keep Zach Silver from getting too close to the rear of her.
Oh, Christian Schlink has had a yellow flag. What have you done, Christian?
Let's have a look.
Looks like too much speed. Back end's coming, and isn't that... Oh, the Corvette, just that Andy Hearn.
Andy Hearn and Stevie Bain reactions of champs there.
Wow. Tell you what, let's go through and let's give some love to the GTs we haven't seen much of. So we have Frank the Tank who had a connection to earlier, who has rejoined. Good to see. Jarrett Page soldiering on. It's just Corvettes everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jarrett Page about to get lapped by Ben Brown. Olaf Badage. Thing for yellow cars in this server. Lots of them. Then we have Hovsep, who hasn't loaded his livery correctly at all, letting Edusa Carpenter through. Dean Smith, another yellow Corvette. Christian Schlink still going strong in P12. Matthias Fusigan, after some issues, still going strong in P10. Tyler Hammer, very quiet race. Sack going along steady in P4. Yeah, all going well.
Nice composed race.
And as for the hypercars, Ollie Knowles obviously had some issues, but terrible start of the race. They've had hardware issues, but they're still soldiering on, which is what we like to say here at oNiD. It can be disheartening when things go wrong, but we are about having fun, and seeing him continue is good to see. Kotsuik, big lock up there. Then we have, where's Dan?
P2 and 3 right behind him. There's Kotsuik.
Oh, let's have
not where you want to be.
Oh, Carpenter and Silver. This is very close. But oh, big lock up from the Corvette.
Oh, Carpenter wide, and is Silver going to make the move?
No, Carpenter's just joined in time, but Frank with the lock up into the back of the Ferrari hypercar almost caused absolute carnage, including taking P2 and 3 out.
Oh, big snap from Zach Silver there.
Yeah, Carpenter now has a fight on her hands to keep Zach Silver at bay.
And he is right there. Just go on, Zach. Really want that to get that Aston up into P2.
Well, he's still on for an Aston Martin podium at the moment, but Zach Silver will be wanting that P2 position. P1 is gone. It's over.
40 seconds to the
Right,
good at this
watching
point.
this, Christopher Bell in his Rexy livery. What has gone wrong? And oh, a bit too much speed. Looped it a bit. The Aston Martin done well to avoid P1 as well. Benno nearly getting caught up in that.
You had a few lucky moments as
Yes, something's trying to take him out of this race, but he's holding on.
I think Zach Silver is gonna have to be in for fuel this lap. He is getting the pits icon on his on my screen here.
Zach Silver crossing the line only had 5.5% virtual energy, whereas Adusa Carpenter had 9%, which is an extra lap. So Carpenter has been saving fuel, and in turn will need a shorter pit stop. So the strategy could work out very well for Adusa, and we'll go with Zach Silver. Oh, Ferrari hypercar span off in front. Was that? Yeah, Dan Stevens. These front runners are getting all obstacles shot at them, aren't they? We'll see if Zach Silver dives into the pits. Surely he has to.
He's gonna have to. He's on 3% virtual energy at this point. Yep, comes over to the right hand side, crosses the line, gets on the brakes, does get it down to 60 before that.
Yep, and there's that
crosses that line.
Scrub Manders just behind as well. So that has let Carpenter go on and do an extra lap. So we'll go on board. So pit stop times. Zach Silver stopped for 10.7 seconds.
Took 30% virtual energy. No new tyres.
Scrub Manders still stop. Scrub Manders with a 19-second stop. That is a 9-second difference.
He's not repaired here. I think he's taken new tyres, perhaps?
He's either taken tyres or he has repaired damage.
He's not repaired damage. He's still showing with an orange rear diffuser.
And we will watch
Benno pick what you repair.
See what Benno's stop time is. And we'll Adusa Carpenter coming around the last bend.
A little bit of an overshoot for Benno on the pit box. Won't cost him much.
Again, this is a longer stop.
19,
20, 21, 22, 23-second stop from our race leader. Adusa Carpenter's now in the pits.
He had such a lead that he was in the pits for 54 seconds overall, and he's still come out in the lead.
So now Carpenter's stopped. Let's see. Zach Silver's was 10. Zach Silver coming around the last corner now.
11 seconds for Adusa.
Oh, this is going to be close.
Very close to the pit exit on a pit
There's
box.
Max Farrell. Sorry, there's Zach Silver.
Zach Silver, he's got her.
Oh, that 1 second has made the difference.
It's almost exactly the gap between them.
And now, I'm laughing at Fiona in chat about Max being third. Carpenter now has to fight to get back the position. And while this has been going on, Elvin Blomqvist. Oh, Ben Brown.
The back of Ben Brown, of all people.
That is Elvin directly behind Ben as well. The hypercars are getting in the way here. We do have P2 and 3 and P1 and 2 all within the same patch of tarmac fighting.
Yeah, it's two groups within their own battle. They can't really compromise with each other because they can't afford to give up positions.
Especially with Temenga just behind them too. This is why we love multi-class racing.
Absolutely. Ben Brown holding on there. Just... That Corvette's starting to look a little bit skittish. And
Temenga!
Right up Temenga around. Recovers, keeps it on the island.
It is give Ben Brown and Elvin Blomqvist a bit of breathing room. I would love to be able to see the GE's fuel, but sadly we cannot. They're going round again. And we do have Carpenter close to Zach Silver. Both of them running very wide at the first turn.
It'd be really nice if my camera had gone to them. Yeah, there they are. But
Carpenter's went up the inside.
Really good exit in the uphill chicane. Zach round the outside, able to use that raw power of the Aston to just move. And we know that straight line speed and power is the Aston's only advantage at the moment. No hybrid system on that car.
Nope. Carpenter not letting Zach Silver thing, but the problem is we're watching this and we've also got Elvin chasing down Ben Brown too. I don't know where to watch. There's a hypercar in between these two now, which will give Ben Brown some breathing room. But now it's gone, and he only has Elvin behind him.
And then Ben wanting Scrub to be really nice to him there.
And then we've got Carpenter on the back of Zach Silver again. I don't know which one to watch.
Right there. It's not.
Carpenter with a good exit. Very good exit. But the Aston is at its strongest on the straight.
Sparks flying from the diffuser as they come through the last corner. It's just that little bit of straight line that's letting the Aston stay ahead.
Carpenter needs to be a bit closer coming around that final corner, because looking at the speed of the two cars. Oh, is Carpenter going to trap the inside again? It's a drag race. Oh no, the Valkyries.
Oh, no compromise there.
Oh, but very late break.
Runs it deep.
Oh, and the rejoin. Carpenter's going to have the inside of the fast right-hander. Great racing between these two.
That I've got to say, really cagey by Juice Carpenter there. He held off on the exit of the hairpin to make sure that she did not pass Zach Silver off the track.
There was some flashing from Zach Silver there, but the Porsche has held Carpenter up, and Zach Silver is having another go. Oh, extremely close, basically touching. And Zach's got the move done.
Very nice. Zach clearly driving irritated at this point. Gets the move done up the inside and is now pushing hard. He has not got the fuel margin over Reducer here. He has 3% less on the VE than the Toyota behind.
They've both got enough though, like predicted laps, 6 and 7 laps. It's just...
They've got enough to go to the end, but that might mean Zach's going to be a couple of kilograms lighter.
And we do have... Is Elvin going to get Ben Brown here? Ben has gone defensive.
He's closing off that angle. If he sits in the middle of the track there, Elvin to go to the outside. If you try and go the inside there, you're just going to go straight on. Or yeet it over the sausage curb.
We've got two great battles here coming towards the end of the race. We don't know who... We could do with two streams at this point. Temenga, back there, I thought he'd binned it, but he kept it together.
Just a few seconds off.
Carpenter still chasing Zach Silver.
Both these two fights, the closest on track. And Alvin is looking everywhere to try and find a way past right now.
Oh, Carpenter trying to be sneaky up the inside. What Carpenter needs to do is stick to the back of Zach Silver around here, get the better exits, which looks like it could be the thing.
Yep. When the pseudo four-wheel drive on that Toyota kicks in, it will give you the better exit through those corners. And she's got the soft on the front right as well, which it won't be the healthiest at the moment, but it will still have a little bit extra grip than a warm medium.
So Elvin has dropped off a tad to Ben Brown. Little bit of breathing room. It's looking like these GTs are going to go at the end again.
One-stop races. Apparently, it's the way to go.
These are no stops.
Oh, big lock-up. Reducer there.
Oh. Fiona shouting at me.
Picture in picture.
Honestly, we need two separate streams, don't we? Is Carpenter trying to hang it around the outside? Sorry, what were you saying there, Ben?
Just trying to think how we can do that now.
Well, have a double stream simultaneously. We need two Twitch accounts. Oh man, no! I could do it, yeah. I've got a 49-inch ultra-wide, which actually splits into two 27-inch displays. So it could actually work. Oh, Carpenter very close now. Gonna round the... Oh!
It's like no compromise from Zach Silver there. Not known for letting his foot up when he's in.
We have had a yellow flag from Fusigan, but nobody cares because we're too busy watching this.
I think Inducer's got to have him on this one.
Oh!
He swings from the outside. If he can hang around the outside to the next couple of corners.
Oh, there's a bit of door banging.
Definite wheel bang.
The Carpenter has got through after
Oh, what? Like, runs deep off the corner.
That's
clean. Right on the inside.
I think
Gets on the brakes.
Oh, Carpenter's gone round the outside, ran a bit wide, which is gives Zach Silver the line. The problem is, though, Elvin's less than a tenth to Ben. I'm sorry, but
they've got Ollie Knowles just in front of them. Reducer through on Zach, a little twitch from the Aston. They get caught up behind Chris Bell, and Zach's still coming back at her.
There's too much going on, I can't keep up. Oh, Zach a bit wide, and that has given Carpenter a bit of breathing room, and what happens? Elvin is looking for the move on Ben. Elvin has...
runs deep at the hairpin, half spins and loses out.
And so we'll go to Elvin, because Elvin could be closer to... No, Temenga's dropped off a bit too far. But Elvin was ambitious, to say the least. And now we have Zach Silver chasing down Carpenter again.
And he's right there. The Aston looking good on the brakes into those corners. Closes right up.
It looks like...
Oh, a bit of a twitch out the corner.
The GTE battle seems to be over. A 2-second gap, so now it is all about this. We will check where Beno is on his penultimate lap. So Zach Silver's gone up the inside. Reducer stuck behind the Porsche. Carpenter.
He's coming back. And Zach's boxed in behind Andy Hearn.
Yeah, no. Andy
And
Hearn
does
is in
not know which way to go at this point.
They're still going, these two. This has been fat. Now, it looks like Carpenter is about to be boxing behind the Corvette.
This is great great traffic
And
management.
why we've been
Max
watching
Silver.
this, why Max Farrell and Nick Manders have caught them.
It's a four-way fight for P2. And Max is up the inside of Medusa.
Max is going to be boxed in by the Porsche.
Of Stevie Bain, of all people.
No, hang on, Max Farrell. Who's going to actually take this? Max Farrell's got in front of Carpenter. Scrub Manders is looking down too. They're going into the last lap. We have a four-way battle for P2 and 3.
What the hell is going on? Zach leads down into P.
Carpenter, bit of a door bang. That's let Scrub Manders through. Which is a lock up. Scrub Manders is up the inside.
Oh, that was a bit hip and shoulder.
Scrub Manders is now into P3.
Medusa coming back though will have the inside line.
Got a bit deep.
She's run wide.
Which is let Scrub get the run. There's yellow flags going off. I just don't care. I'm too busy watching this. A Carpenter has gone wide again, which has let Max Farrell through.
Zach Silver scampering away, isn't breathing a sigh of relief. About 3 seconds ahead of these guys now.
It is. We will go. Benoit has won the race, but we're too busy watching this. Carpenters went from P2 to P4. It all fell apart.
P5? It's
P5, sorry, yeah, because what?
It's coming back though. Could still get the drag on Max Farrell down into.
Here's the Como line now, so Zach Silver to take P2. Scrub Manders to take P3 out of nowhere with Max Farrell P4 and the Medusa Carpenter in P5. Well,
I've never seen Scrub Manders return to garage.
I've missed Ben Brown taking the win in the GTEs. Well done, Ben Brown. Elvin in P2, Temenga P3. Tyler Hammer doing some donuts P4. I've just lost track of everything because we were watching that. Johansson took P5. Stevie Bain, P6. Great recovery drive considering he did what he's about to do, some more donut. Andy Hearn, P7. Bell 8. That was...
That chat saying the tyres just died.
Yeah, that's a deucer.
That's fair. What a race to the finish there.
It was good to watch. And what we will do now is look at the results. Obviously, the timings aren't correct, but we do have Benoit in P1 with Zach Silver taking P2, Scrub Manders P3, Max Farrell P4, and Carpenter in P5. Dorich in 6, Tomlinson 7th, Spiller 8th, Cotswick 9, and Stevens 10. Do you want to go through the GEs?
We will go through. It is Ben Brown in P1 taking a win there. Elvin Blom P2. Anton Temenga coming home to complete the podium. Tyler Hammer in P4. Daniel Hansen in P5. Stevie Bain in P6. Andy Hearn in P7 with a oNiD admin double in the middle there. Christopher Bell in P8. Stefan Reinhardt comes home in P9. Charlie Morgan completes the top 10. Christian Schlink in P11. Dean Smith coming through to retain P12 through that race. Ahead of Hovsep Nazarian, Matthias Fusken, Jarrett Page, Olev Badej, and Frank Vevik.
And in that we had Ollie Knowles as well. We have in the service, so we will go to the whole video. Well, we do have some chatter from the drivers in the chat. Scrub Manders talk about how horrible it was. It was just as horrible seeing you get a podium, Scrub, trust us. Yeah, that was great to watch, to be
That
fair.
was truly epic to the finish there.
Should have been P2 crying. Zach Silver was too good for your scrub, what can I say? Um,
He did put in a shift today, did Zach Silver?
to be honest, like with like the hypercars were pretty quiet all race up until those last few laps, and it just went nuts the past couple. GEs as well, absolutely solid drive from Ben Brown, dominant in a way. I know Elvin caught him towards the end and then nearly killed everyone with that giant lockup, but well deserved from Ben Brown. But
Absolutely.
them hypercars just stole the show at the last part.
It was a fantastic race, and I'm looking forward to the next one when they go to
It's Spa,
it's
isn't it?
Spa next week. Spa in the wet.
Are we at the wet in Spa?
Yeah, because what else would we do in the wet?
Let me check something. Yeah, that's going to be quite wet as well, looking at it. As Fiona said, moist. It's not going to be moist, Fiona. It's going to be a bit wetter than that.
Torrential.
Not quite torrential, but enough to make the drivers complain, which is what we like. But no, that was great to watch. I didn't have much hope for Portimao, to be fair, but it's ended up being really entertaining.
It is a great little track, and we go to one of the legendary tracks next week to really have some fun.
Spa is usually a great watch. It's a great drive as well. I don't know a person who doesn't like driving Spa. Hopefully, it's as entertaining as this has been.
Absolutely.
And with that, we will talk about what have we got on tomorrow, Ben.
We are in the IndyCar Championship over on Assetto Corsa, and we are at a very interesting street circuit around Detroit Belle Isle. So it's going to be a big challenge for these guys.
Is that the same one that's in the IMSA?
It is, yes.
Oh, what a horrible place. I remember watching the IMSA Detroit race and thinking, why are we even watching this? But no, tune in for the lack of circuit. I'm sure with the racing will make up for it because the Assetto Corsa field is quite competitive and they're not afraid to make a move, let's just say.
With a live safety car and race control as well, it's going to keep things fairly close, I suspect.
That's what we like to see. And if you enjoyed the race around Portimao, on Wednesday we do have the SimHound Academy here at Portimao, which is slightly different. It's hypercars and GT3s, but that's usually quite an entertaining league. So if you do have time, come watch that. And Thursday we are iRacing at Fuji in the Formula Super Lights. Before rounding the week off Sunday in the GT3 Championship let me just double check where it's actually at because I have no idea because it does have a different calendar to where is it? There we are. Races. They are at Bahrain Outer Circuit in GT3s. That should be quite entertaining.
Good. Yeah.
Cool, but yeah, thank you everyone for watching us. We hope you enjoyed the race as much as we did. Any closing remarks before we leave, Ben?
No, onwards to the next one.
Looking forward to it. Thank you everyone for watching, and we will call it an evening. Hope to see you tomorrow for the IndyCar race on Assetto Corsa, and until then, we'll see you later on.